Okay, Mark. Everyone, this is Mark Duran. He's been a commercial photographer for over 30 years. I've been associated with him for quite a bit of time. He and I have shot a lot of projects all over the country. You can go to his website, which is Duran Photographic, and take a look at his work. Mark's going to be kind enough to come in for us today and review your portfolios. I've asked him to be candid, to give you his honest opinion, because I think that's what you really want out of this session. Okay, and here we go, Mark. This will be Kristen, and she will explain her project to you and show you her images.
Okay, go ahead, Kristen.
Okay, so I did tabletop culinary photography, and most of them are grids. I started doing grids like the third project in. So this is the first one, and it's a tomato with a pesto kind of sort of thing in it.
Okay. And you're doing all aspects of this, correct? You're creating the food, you're doing everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is salmon roll.
Okay.
And then we have a kebab right here. And I did it on a low light, and then I added a culinary torch in it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and look at them, and then I'm going to maybe ask you to go back through them again.
Okay.
Okay.
So that one. And then that's it.
Okay. What gets you excited about food photography?
I just like playing with the different colors and everything, and there's like different bowls you can do and the setups and like the architecture of it.
Okay. Some of them work really well. You got a couple in here that are kind of throwaways, or they need to be reworked, I think. The very first one you showed me, let's scroll back up to the tomato. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. It's just, I don't get hungry looking at this. And the whole point of food photography is to make your mouth water. Okay? I think you have potential in this one, and you started kind of hitting it when we went down to, I think, number 3. I started getting a feel for maybe what you were trying to do with this project, because it had more guts to it, it had more contrast, more saturation, the food looked better. I don't think you're far off on this first one. I just think you need to rework it. And maybe even put number 3 and scroll down for me a little bit more. Scroll down to the very last one again. Number 7, yeah. I really like what you have going on here composition-wise. It's got more guts to it. Food photography has changed quite a bit over the years. You know, if you had done this, 20 years ago, you would have got busted for the leaves being blown out in highlights. Or any of the highlights on it. Fortunately, food photography has changed some. What do you use for source material for your brain? Do you go look at magazines?
Yeah, I've been looking at magazines and just like different recipes. I bought a couple of cookbooks.
Okay. Perfect. That's the best thing to do is just go to the bookstore and spend 5 hours looking at food magazines or cookbooks like you say that you've done. I think you're starting to work on it here. Let's go back through one by one real quick. First one, yeah, you need to add more guts to it. Change the background color. Do something to help the tomatoes really pop out. I think you're 50% there. But like I said, I think you've got the basis for it that's going to work. The next one, let's see that one real quick. Same thing. It's just dead and flat and lifeless. But I like the food items. I like the composition you have. It's very simple. I just think you need to do something with your background. Okay, let's go down on the next one. Got a lot of nice stuff going on with this one. Again, I would just finesse this one a little bit. Back left corner of the plate is a little too blown out and hot. I'd punch the saturation a little more, on the tomatoes. You got a lot of nice things going on in this one. Okay, next.
6 hours.
Okay. So this is my old school photography. The top of it drives me nuts where all the highlights are blown out. Okay. So do something to fix that. If this is obviously, I'm sure you shot this on digital, reprocess the image so you get the highlights there, because you got a nice composition going. It looks edible, and trust me, it's hard to make pasta like this look like you want to eat it. So I would fix that part of it. I'm looking at the glass. I wasn't crazy about the glass the first time I looked at it, and I can't even really tell you why. I think what happens is the whole image just looks a little too cold to me. Food photography tends to be much more appetizing with a warmer temperature to the image. Okay, that kind of goes, and those are the ones that work for me. Your next 1, 2, 3 images that I see over on the side there, they start to work because they have a little more warmth to them. They look more inviting. They look like I want to eat them. So keep that in mind when you have all these cool colors going on, like on this one, okay? Let's go down one again. Yeah, you know what? You just need to maybe vignette the food a little bit more, so it pops out. The bottom of the board itself being the same tone as the pizza doesn't allow the pizza to stand out. The food should be the most important thing. Props are secondary. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go down again. Same thing. It's just the whole thing's just a little too blown out. It's not necessarily a high key image. So I think you just need to finesse it. You need to burn it and dodge it and make that center, is it a pumpkin bread or something?
Yeah, it's a pumpkin roll.
Yeah, just, make that really pop out and be appetizing, and I would crop it a little more.
Okay.
Because what I'm looking at is a pumpkin photo. I can't get away from that big circle on the side and the big circle in the back. It's not letting me look at the bread, so I'm kind of cropping it here with a piece of paper on the screen, and it works a whole lot better. I think if you crop it somewhere at the stem, in the shadow area of the stem at the right, and come straight down and take off some of the top, and then burn that left side down. You got a nice eye.
Okay.
You got some good things going here, so I think you just need to finesse them and then figure out how you're going to make a living with this for the rest of your life. Okay. I like this image. This is probably my favorite one of all of them. Yeah, because you use the props well. The food looks good. It looks appetizing. And again, I think I just said just get that left side burned down a little more.
Okay. And this was just another version of it I brought in for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I like both of these. I do. Yeah. Obviously, you're only going to show one of them if you show this portfolio. So you know what? You got to go with your gut feeling of what you like on that. Okay.
Okay.
And okay, I guess that's it.